Hello, this is Mint. Today, I'll start from Chushojima Station in Kyoto and introduce you to some historical and valuable buildings, as well as spots where alcohol lovers from all over Japan gather.
Wow, this place feels so much more like old Kyoto than I imagined, and it's not crowded at all.
Yeah, it's one of those hidden spots locals love.
Hey Mint, this area feels really calm. I always imagined Kyoto would be much more crowded.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Fushimi is a quieter part of Kyoto, and it's been famous for sake brewing for a long time.
Oh, sake! That explains all the old breweries around here.
Exactly. And the place we're heading to, Teradaya, isn't just an old inn. It's actually a very important historical site.
Really? What kind of history?
Back in the late Edo period, Sakamoto Ryoma used to stay there, and there was even an assassination attempt.
Wait, seriously? I had no idea.
It's quiet now, but back then, this place was right in the middle of huge changes in Japan's history.
Just walking here, it suddenly feels different somehow.
So, this is Teradaya.
It's quieter than I expected.
Sakamoto Ryoma was actually attacked right here, and somehow he survived.
Standing here, it suddenly feels real that Ryoma was actually here. What a beautiful view!
I know. It's hard to imagine that such brutal events happened here so many times. Some people say that without the Teradaya incident, Sakamoto Ryoma might not have become the historical figure we know today.
If Ryoma were alive today, what do you think he would be doing?
By the way, what kind of person do you think Sakamoto Ryoma was?
A hero? Or just someone who kept challenging the system? That was a little intense. But Fushimi is really interesting.
Yeah, let's go somewhere that really feels like Fushimi next. When you think of Fushimi, you think of sake. This place shows the long history of Gekkeikan's brewing.
It even feels different just walking around here. We are walking more than I expected.
Actually, that wooden building on the right is already part of Gekkeikan. It's bigger than it looks.
Oh, it's already Gekkeikan? It blends into the town more than I expected. Honestly, I might have walked right past it. Hey Mint, Fushimi is calm and beautiful, but walking around in tabi socks and sandals is kind of tough these days. Honestly, I'd recommend sneakers.
Here we are. No surprise, this place is really popular. You can tell a lot of people here love sake.
So this is Gekkeikan. I knew the name, but I didn't know it started here in Fushimi.
Actually, it did. Gekkeikan was founded right here, and it's deeply connected to the history of sake in Japan.
It feels completely different from Teradaya, doesn't it?
Yeah, in Fushimi, history and everyday life exist right next to each other.
After Gekkeikan, the town suddenly feels quiet again.
Yeah, Fushimi is famous for sake, but it still feels like a real neighborhood.
Long ago, boats carrying sake used to pass through these canals.
That's why so many breweries are gathered along the water.
You can still feel it. The sound of water, the soft air.
Perfect for photos, especially in the evening.
This town feels different depending on the time of day. But honestly, my feet are starting to complain.
Sake brewery hopping also requires stamina.
Oh, I see it. Next stop.
Gekkeikan's neighbor, Kizakura. The brewery with the kappa. We've arrived. This is the Kizakura Kappa Museum.
Just the name alone sounds cute already. It's a sake museum, but the mascot is a kappa. That's kind of bold.
But Fushimi is a town of water, so a kappa actually makes sense.
True. Good sake always starts with good water. I wonder if kappas have favorite flavors.
Dry or sweet? I'm curious.
Which do you prefer?
Tell us in the comments.
Walking like this, Fushimi feels really calm. It's a tourist area, but everyday life is still here. When people hear Sake Town, they imagine something lively. But it actually feels slow, with water and time flowing gently. Kimono walking is a bit tough though. Today counts as exercise.
Today we started at Teradaya
and walked through the water and sake town of Fushimi.
Perfect for people who like quiet places.
Even if you don't drink sake, it's enjoyable.
Oh, there it is. Otesuji Shopping Street. This is the main street of Fushimi.
The atmosphere changes instantly from the sake breweries.
Locals and visitors blend naturally here.
Next time, maybe we go inside some shops.
Or Fushimi at night?
Which would you like to see?
Tell us in the comments.
See you on our next journey.